Okay guys, we're starting. 안녕하세요. I hope you can see me and hear me well. Let me know. 잘 들리는지 그리고 잘 보이는지 알려주세요. So the class for today, the live class for the 6th of July has begun. 잘 보이시죠? Okay, let me just check on my computer as well. 네. 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. I don't see myself on here, so I'm just checking. All right. And I can hear myself. I have to kill the audio. 네, 반갑습니다. So today we're going to be talking about business Korean phrases. 오늘은 비즈니스 한국어 표현들 그리고 단어들을 배워볼 거예요. 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 네. So if you are a beginner learner or an upper beginner learner, and if you feel like you're not ready for business Korean, please don't worry. You can still attend this class and learn a ton of new vocabulary words and phrases. Maybe some cultural information will be shared. And if you want to start learning Korean in a more systematic manner, please visit our website at talktomeinkorean.com. And you guys were talking about Discord earlier, so here, this is what you want to look for by going to talktomeinkorean.com. Excuse me. Go to our website and scroll down to the bottom part, the footer, and then find this button and click. You will be directed to our Discord server where you can find a lot of chat rooms for reviewing, sharing your progress, finding new friends. So join our Discord there. 아시겠죠? 네, 좋아요. 거기서 그러면 수업에서 배운 거 연습 많이 해주시고요. Is everything all right in terms of the streaming quality, the audio, all that? If there are any problems, please let me know. I will try to fix it. We have the fastest possible internet here. We have the best possible lights that we can use. All good. All right. 그래서 비즈니스 한국어. So when you say 비즈니스 한국어 or business Korean or business any language, I think it's not a separate category, but also just a specific area where you can apply your existing knowledge of the Korean language, like in very specific manners. So just because it's business Korean, business 한국어, it's not going to be completely different from the regular 한국어 that you speak on a day-to-day basis, or even the Korean language that you see in dramas. Okay, so let's meet some people. Like I didn't get to say hi. Ira, Maria, Garrick, Albert G, 반갑습니다. Johanna, Azra, Rodrigo, 그리고 많이 오셨어요. Film 42 TV, Kotsia, Jack, Cutie Lovely, Sophia, Mon Bébé, Nal is Mon Bébé, 그리고 Zuzana. 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. So you guys are in Colombia, Denmark, in the Philippines, Nicaragua. 오, 네. 오케이, 좋아요. 오늘은 그러면 뉴질랜드 반갑습니다. Why did you expect me to talk about pizza? I don't understand. 그렇지만 일단 수업을 해볼게요. 비즈니스 한국어라고 해도 다시 한번 설명하자면 Let me say once again what I said earlier in English. 비즈니스 한국어라는 말이 있지만 일상생활에서 쓰이는 한국어랑 그렇게 다르지는 않을 수 있어요. 그냥 몇몇 표현들이 있습니다. 그 표현들을 알면 누구나 비즈니스 코리안, 비즈니스 한국어 쓸 수 있어요. Anybody can speak business Korean if they know some expressions and words. Okay. 그리고 궁금한 부분 있으면 질문 남겨주세요. If you have questions, let me know. I will answer them later. All right. So the first set of words that I wanted to introduce today are these. 회의 and meeting. Okay, 회의. So what's a 회의? Guys, what's a 회의? It's time for Hyunwoo World Tour. Well, yeah, when anybody's world tour is possible again, maybe. Excuse me, I forgot to. I had coffee, but I forgot to bring water. If anybody arrives at the office, I will ask them. It'll be probably not Yeji because she, accomplished her mission by attending my 7 a.m. live class for 3 times in a row, and then she told me that she would never even attempt to be here this early. Okay. Yes, meeting 맞습니다. Yeah, so 회의 is a business meeting. But the reason that I bring this up is because we also often use the term meeting as well, meeting. So to give you the short answer, at least in our company, or at least personally, and also from what I've seen from people around me, 회의 is, again, 회의. 회의 is the original pronunciation, but people just say 회의. Here, this part, 회 means to gather. 의 is your ideas and thoughts and maybe intentions. So if you gather up and gather ideas, that's a business meeting, right? You decide things, you discuss things, right? And meeting is basically this one. It's a loan word from English. So 회 is when you have an internal business meeting with your coworkers who work for the same company, usually. Whereas meeting can be usually used for meeting up with other company members, company employees. So when I have a business meeting with someone else outside of the company, I tell my coworkers that I have a meeting, even though in English it's basically the same thing. I have this meeting with so-and-so's agency, so-and-so's company. I say, meeting 갔다 올게요. Or meeting 다녀올게요. meeting 있어서 잠깐 나갔다 올게요. Yeah, I have a meeting, so I'm gonna head out for a second. I say this when it's a business meeting, with people outside of your organization. Okay? 회의 is internal meetings. So 회의 시간이에요. It's time for the meeting. Or 회의 1시간 뒤에 있어요. There's a meeting in 1 hour. Alright? 모임. 모임은, 그렇죠. 모임은, it comes from 모이다. Are you all familiar with the noun form or several ways to turn a verb into a noun? Like so-and-so 키, so-and-so 미음. So for example, 달리다, to run, right? To run, to go for a run, becomes 달리기, running. So when you ask somebody, can you run fast? You can say, of course, 빨리 달릴 수 있어요? This is not an incorrect sentence, but people often say 달리기 빨라요? Something like that, 달리기. So in many situations, you need to know how to turn a verb that you already know into a noun form. Like you're running, is it fast? And so 미음, yeah, 는 것. Exactly. 공부하다 is to study. 공부하는 것 is studying, the act of studying. 한국어 공부하는 것. Of course, in spoken Korean, this often becomes 거. 한국어 공부하는 거. 정말 재미있어요. Like this. It's a lot of fun. And meme is one such example, and 모이다 becomes 모임. All right? Many dish names, like 찌다, is to steam something. You steam it, steam. So and so 찜, like kimchi 찜. What else 찜 is there? By the way, if you go order a kimchi 찜, it doesn't only have kimchi, steamed kimchi. It has lots of other things like meat. So yeah, 자다, exactly. 자다, 잠, 꾸다, 꿈. This is to sleep, sleep as a noun. To dream, dream as a noun. Oh yes, 볶다, to stir fry. Great examples. 볶음, fried food or stir-fried food. 볶음밥, right? Great. Yeah, 비빔밥, 비비다, to mix, rub, 비비다, 비빔 plus 밥. So yeah, this is great. 살다, 삶. So to live and life. Yeah, so 모임 is one such example. 모이다 is to gather, and 모임 is a gathering of people. Cassie says 볶음밥 먹고 싶다. 지금 저한테 해달라는 건가요? Yeah, yeah. I've never cooked for anybody, but 그래도 근데 캐시 요리 잘하니까. Yeah, I know you're a good cook, so after this live class, you can make 볶음밥 and send me some pictures. Okay, so meeting 이제 아셨죠? You understand the difference, right? 회의, meeting, 모임. 모임 is just a gathering, a meetup, right? Oh, good example. 도움, 돕다, 도와요, 도움. So yeah, to help and help as a noun. Great. Briefing. Here are good examples. Briefing. Denise asked, what is briefing in Korean? It's briefing. briefing하다. briefing 해주세요. So people actually use a lot of originally English words in business Korean settings. Of course, you have to pronounce everything in the Korean way. So briefing, very easy, right? So briefing 해주세요, meaning let me know what happened in that meeting or so and so. So briefing 해주세요, briefing 해드릴게요. I will brief you on this. Okay? 좋아요. 자, 그러면 다음으로 넘어가 볼게요. By the way, this is my Instagram handle. If you want to follow me personally, you can follow me over there. I bumped into Talk to Me in Korean learner yesterday near my house as I was walking with my kid. My face was covered like from down here. Only my eyes were showing, but then even then he recognized me. Hyunwoo? I was wearing a Talk to Me in Korean t-shirt. So I thought maybe this gave it away, but then he hadn't even noticed the Talk to Me in Korean t-shirt. So it was nice to meet you. So if you want to follow me personally and talk to me, that's my ID. Okay, next one is over here. 확인. 확인 is such a commonly used word in business Korean settings. And what is orientation? Yeah, so we'll talk about that. I keep being distracted by good questions, so please bear with me if I say or introduce random questions here and there, but keep your questions coming. But orientation is orientation, or OT. OT. I know you don't say OT in English for orientation, but people say OT. 확인 is to check or to verify or to confirm. So because of this, people often say confirm in Korean. Confirm from the English word to confirm. So confirm 하다 to confirm, or confirm 받다 to have something confirmed by your boss. Okay, yeah, you've heard it in Korean dramas, right? Confirm is so commonly used. So 확인. And while we're talking about 확인, let me introduce some sentence endings that you can use that you will find useful. So orientation. I've written up some phrases here. So let's take a look at these, okay, together. 확인하다. This is some intermediate level stuff, so please let me know if you need me to go over something again more clearly. All right, let me check if everybody's following. So you see 확인 on websites. Yes, so instead of the OK button, like I get it or I understand, 확인 is like I see, I know. 확인. All right. 그리고 확인, you've never heard it before. You will hear it like really commonly. 확인, but the pronunciation is 확인. Okay, let's say it 3 times together. Repeat after me. 확인, 확인, 확인. So in the full form, 확인하다, 확인하다. So 확인하다 is, again, whether you are not sure of the state, so you want to go check, 확인, you want to go check if there's anybody in the room, 방에 누가 있는지 확인해 볼게요. Or you want to confirm that you have seen it and you want to let the other person know that you are fully aware of the situation. That 확인 is different from the first meaning. And when you are trying to get approval from your boss, you ask for their 확인. Okay? So, for example, you've sent an email. 이메일 보냈습니다. So business Korean or business any language is all about being polite and formal and conveying your meaning across without sounding too offensive or direct. So in Korean, I think it's similar in other languages. We add on more layers and layers of expressions to sound more formal. So for example, 확인해 주세요. This technically shouldn't sound rude or wrong, but 확인해 주세요 can lack a little bit of politeness. 확인해 주세요. Okay? Yeah, to look over something is 확인하다. So to check, to verify, all right? So 이메일 보냈습니다. 확인해 주세요. Let's just read these 2 lines together. 이메일 보냈습니다. 확인해 주세요. I've sent you an email. Please check the email. Please check it out. Please read it. 확인해 주세요. And then the other person, 네, like maybe this could be a text message conversation. 네, 확인했습니다. Yes, 확인했습니다. And this 확인했습니다, you need to be careful because, like I said earlier, 확인 is such a versatile word that it may mean, 네, 확인했습니다, may mean, oh yeah, I've seen that your email is in my inbox. Again, yeah, I just saw that I've seen your email. I saw it coming in. Or it could mean I've read it. So what I personally prefer to do is 네, 이메일 확인했고 잘 읽었습니다. Or 네, 이메일 들어온 것 읽고 회신하겠습니다. Something like that. I need to make it clear. Like 확인했습니다 because it's used for many things. I either go for 네, 이메일 확인했고 잘 읽었습니다. I've read it thoroughly. Or 이메일 들어온 것 확인했습니다. I've I can confirm that I've seen the email come in. I didn't read it yet, but 읽고 회신 means to reply in formal Korean. 회신. So 이메일 읽고 회신하겠습니다. Alright? Does it make sense? Okay. Yeah, 보냈습니다 means I sent it. Yes. 네. 그리고 you know that word 확인? Yes, Anila, that 한자 is correct. Perfect. Alright, so if you understand this, that's great. Amazing. 그래서 this is a short conversation. And 확인해 주세요. Like I said, this is step 1. 확인해 주세요. Please check your email. Step 2, something that is slightly better, slightly more formal and polite is 확인해 주실래요? 확인해 주실래요? So I will try not to spend too much time with these. I'm just gonna give you an idea of how it works. 확인해 주시겠어요? This is a good one. 확인해 주시겠어요? So and so 알아요 주시겠어요? So you're talking on the phone with a business partner or maybe a phone operator or customer service person. 다시 한번 말씀해 주시겠어요? Could you say that again? Like 다시 한번 말씀해 주세요. Or 주시겠어요? 다시 말해 주세요. 다시 말해 주세요. This works. This is okay. Like please say it again. It's in 존댓말. You're ending it with 주세요. So nobody can say this is not like polite enough, but you can make it even more formal by saying 다시 한번 말씀 instead of 말씀해 주시겠어요? Would you kindly so and so. So this is really commonly used. 다시 한번 말씀해 주시겠어요? 잘 못 들었는데 I didn't catch you. 다시 한번 말씀해 주시겠어요? 다시 is again. 다시 again. 한 번 is one time. So 다시 한 번 is one more time. 다시 한 번 말씀해 주시겠어요? So yeah, 주시겠어요. The key point that I'm trying to make is 주시겠어요. 알아요 주시겠어요 is so commonly used in business Korean. I also personally use this a lot. This is one layer further down the road from 주시겠어요. 확인해 주실 수 있을까요? Whenever you turn your question into this so and so일까요 form, you're also asking yourself. Half of the burden is on you. So 내일까지 할 수 있어요? Can you finish it by tomorrow? This is something that I never ever say to my coworkers because I'm a good boss and all that. I never ask anybody to do something by tomorrow. I usually say 오늘까지. Why can't I type? Like, can you finish it by today? And I don't actually ask it as a question. I say 오늘까지 할 수 있죠? Or 오늘 다 되죠? It's gonna be done today, right? 오늘 볼 수 있죠? I can see the result today, right? 빨리 해. Yeah. Do it now. 왜 지금 왜 커피 마시고 있어요? 일 안 해요? Yeah. 네. 다 한 거죠? You must be done with your work now that you're drinking coffee here. Yeah, where were we? So 내일까지 할 수 있어요? Can you finish it by tomorrow? again, let's go back to the topic. 똑바로 해. Yeah. BTS in my veins says 똑바로 해. This is a good expression, 똑바로 해. Maybe more realistic than all the other expressions that I've prepared today. 똑바로 해. 똑바로, it's a good expression. 바로 means directly, straight to something. 바로 집으로 갈 거예요. I'm going straight home, heading straight home. But 똑바로 is properly, like 똑바로 앉아. A teacher might say to a student who is slouching like that. 똑바로 앉아, like that. Sit up straight. 똑바로 해. Do it the proper way. All right. So moving back. So 내일까지 할 수 있어요. Again, I never say it. I say 언제까지 할 수 있어요. Much better, right? But anyway, 내일까지 할 수 있어요 is okay, but 내일까지 할 수 있을까요 is I wonder if you can finish it by tomorrow. So do you see the difference? 내일까지 할 수 있어요? 내일까지 할 수 있을까요? So by asking 할 수 있을까 without the yo part, it's self-talk. So 있을까? You're talking to yourself, you're asking yourself, you're wondering out loud, and then by adding yo, you're turning the question back around at the other person too. 내일까지 할 수 있을까요? You know, it depends on the what kind of look you have in your eyes and all that. But yeah. All right. 똑바로 안 하면 죽는다. Yeah, of course you can expect a lot of scary sentences like those in business Korean. 아시겠죠? So here, the reason that I talked about all this is because we had this line, 확인해 주실 수 있을까요? You're softening your question a little bit. And then if you want to go even further, I don't personally recommend this, but you can also add more layers like this. 확인해 주실 수 있을지 궁금합니다. I'm curious as to whether you can check. 확인해 주실 수 있을지 궁금합니다. All right? So I think this is good. Oh, thank you. Luis Sergio Loera Diaz. Thank you for the super chat. And the question is, how can I change a phrase from polite to honorific? Well, polite and honorific are not like inherently separate. So 반말, 존댓말. And she is usually the tool you use for honorifics. So for example, 이거 해. Do this. 이거 빨리 해. 이거 빨리 해. So this is going to be a good example, guys. Pay close attention. 이거 is this one, this thing. 빨리 is quickly, promptly, swiftly, fast. Let me okay. And then 존댓말 is 이거 빨리 해요. So just adding 요 is sufficient for turning something in 반말 to 존댓말. Okay? 이거 빨리 해. 반말. Casual language. Honorific. You honor someone. Honorific. In Korean, it can be 경어체, 경어, 공경하다, to respect someone, 경어. So honorific is you're lowering yourself, and then making the other person be respected a little more. So 이거 빨리 하세요 is technically honorific because there's she. But if you look at the context, the meaning, telling someone do this quickly isn't always polite. So what I'm saying is, just because a sentence is in the honorific form, it doesn't mean it's a polite sentence. And also, just because something is in casual language, it doesn't mean it's rude. It really depends on what you say. But basically, adding she is how you form honorific sentences. And then in business Korean, 이거 신속히 처리해 주세요. These are some examples, okay? I'm not saying that these are the only ways to say the same thing. 이거 빨리 becomes 신속히. 신속히. 신속히 is a good business Korean word. 신속히 is quickly, in a prompt manner. Just like in English you say promptly, and you don't say it every day. You don't say it to your mom, Mom, I need to eat promptly. So just like that, 신속히 business jargon or business Korean. 처리하다 is to process something, to do something. 처리하다. 신속히 처리해 주세요. Business, okay? Because you have 주세요 there, it can be in the category of honorifics. All right. Rodrigo, why are we talking about 급여 인상 for 예지? Yeah, 예지, I don't think she's coming today. 이거 빨리 BTS in my veins says 이거 빨리 하실래요? This is not. This is okay. It really depends on how you say it. Let's say you want to say, can you do this quickly? Okay, let me give you some examples. 이거 빨리 하세요. Not polite at all. 빨리 하세요. You're using formal language, but not polite at all. 이거 빨리 해주세요. Depends on the situation. Maybe you really need it, like you deserve to, push them. 이거 빨리 해주세요. Do it quickly. 이거 빨리 해주실래요? 이거 빨리 해주실래요? Slightly better. 이거 빨리 해주실 수 있을까요? Sometimes you want to change the priorities, like 이거부터, this one first. 이거부터, 부터 means from. 이거부터 빨리 해주실 수 있을까요? I think this one is the best one among the 5 expressions. 이거부터 빨리 해주실 수 있을까요? 이거부터 빨리 해주실 수 있으면 감사하겠습니다. 이거부터 빨리 해주실 수 있으면 감사하겠습니다. So this phrase, I was going to introduce it a little later in the lesson, but let's talk about this. This is a very common sentence ending in business Korean. Let's say it a few times. 을 수 있으면 감사하겠습니다. 을 수 있으면 감사하겠습니다. So, 을 수 있으면 is if you can. And you even add 주실 수 있으면 아어요. I know this is difficult stuff, but you saw the title, Business Korean, and I think this is absolutely essential. For beginner learners, please visit talktomeinkorean.com. You can see all the levels, like essential courses from level 1, and you can learn from scratch, basically from the beginning. But today, make it your goal to learn at least 3-4 new words, okay? And get used to the Korean pronunciation. Let me be brief with this. I'll do this quickly. So and so 아어여 주실 수 있으면 감사하겠습니다. 10분 일찍 오세요. Be there 10 minutes early. 10분 일찍 오세요. Be there 10 minutes early. 10분 일찍 와 주세요. Slightly more formal. Please be there 10 minutes early. 10분 일찍 와 주세요. Okay? 10분 일찍 와 주시겠어요? A little more formal. 10분, could you be there 10 minutes early? 10분 일찍 와 주실 수 있으면 감사하겠습니다. This is the best one out of the four. 10분 일찍 와 주실 수 있으면 감사하겠습니다. What is 주실? So and so 해 주다. 주다 means to give, right? 주다. You do something and give it to somebody. The action is a present for the other person. So our 주다 is always used in like please do something situations, like doing something for me situations. Like 제 숙제, my homework, 숙제 해 주세요. Do my homework for me. 도와주세요. Help me. The reason that 돕다 and 주다 are so commonly used together is because help is out of a generous gesture, right? So 주시다 and 주실 수 있다, can help. 주실 수 있으면, if you can help, 감사하겠습니다. This 겠습니다 is the equivalent of I would be grateful. Okay? So again, let me break it down. 10분 와주실 수 here. 10분. Let me make myself a little bigger. I need to reach over there. 10분, 10 minutes, 일찍, early. 와주시다, come here for me, to be nice to me, to help me. 일 수 있으면, if you could come 10 minutes early. 감사하겠습니다. I would appreciate it. I would be thankful. All right? Okay. Oh, did something happen? Did I miss something? Did I miss? Yeah, let me know if I missed something. It's like 3D. Oops, I moved. Okay. I think I moved the background. Did I? No? Did I change something? No, I hope not. Okay. I'm trying not to break anything. By the way, you know how last Friday, Yeji's live class, during Yeji's live class, did I miss something? So during Yeji's live class last Friday, we were talking about 애교, and I asked Yeji to show 애교, and I asked you guys to type 애교 and all that. And 2 days later, maybe this person saw the live class a little late and decided to come and message me. And I got a Instagram DM, and the message didn't say anything else. It had just one word, 애교, in the message. I was like, what? But anyway, I saw that 애교, that word again over there. Oh, that was you. Yeah, I think I recognize your profile picture. All right. Good. Good to see you here as well. 좋아요. The next word or next words are 결제 and 결제. So these are important words. You will see these words in Korean dramas as well. 결제. 결제 and 결제, they are different words. They sound exactly the same in most contexts. Of course, people who are very picky about Korean pronunciation, the standard pronunciation, they will say, of course these are different. Like, whoever says these are the same should not be a Korean teacher. Some people might say that, but let me tell you, originally they're different. But realistically, realistic situations, daily conversations, they sound the same. 결제, 결제, 결제. So when somebody says it like that, you won't notice the difference except for from the context. Okay? 결제 is a transaction. 결제. Paying. So whenever you buy something online, say books from our store, talktomeinkorean.com/store, or anything online, that's 결제. So the transaction, the online transaction, or you go to a coffee shop, you swipe your card, that's 결제. So if there's something that went wrong, the person at the counter will say, 결제가 안 됐어요. 안 됐어요. The payment didn't go through. 결제가 안 됐어요. 다시 한번 해볼게요. 다시 한 번만 해보겠습니다. Or 카드 다시 한 번만 주시겠어요? You see 주시겠어요 again. We talked about this ending earlier. 주시겠어요. Would you? Could you? 결제가 잘 안 됐네요. Here. The person at the counter say 결제가 안 됐네요. 카드 다시 한 번만 주시겠어요? So that's the transaction. And 제가 결제했어요. Good question from Yasmina. 결제하다 is to also pay. Although 결제 means transaction, you know, when you use it as a verb like that, 결제하다, it means to pay. So 제가 결제했어요. I paid. 제가 냈어요. I paid. For example, Yeji and I go for lunch together, and then suddenly she wants to treat me because she's so thankful for everything, right? 예지 씨가 결제했어요? I can say, 예지, did you pay already? And she can say, 아니요. 제 것만 결제했어요. No, I just paid for my lunch. So, very realistic conversation. Okay, 온라인 결제 힘들죠. Yeah, it's complicated sometimes. 결제 is like 내다. 지불하다 works. It's to pay, but it's very, very formal. So people often don't use it in spoken Korean. 지불하다. Yeah, the shade. So I mean, we do pay for our own lunch like very commonly. Sometimes I pay, but this is very common. Yeah, 결제. And the reason that I introduced the 결제 in detail is because there's this 결제. 결제. This kind of 결제, I don't know if you've seen it. Let me try and look it up. 결제. 1 second, give me 1 second. I'm going to look up an image here and show you. Yeah, you might have seen this. Okay, I'm going to paste it right here. Can you see it? 결제를 바랍니다. Yep. So, if you've seen a scene in a Korean drama where someone has some kind of, let's say this is the document. This is actually our live class setting manual. This will be a good class topic. So our editors, our video editing team, wow, I need to boast this, brag about it. To give you the best kind of live Korean class experience, they've made a manual for the 5 teachers who are hosting the classes. So, yeah, these are checklists. Is the camera in the proper place? Are the camera settings properly applied? Is the camera charging? Nice, right? 소리 괜찮은가? Is the sound okay? 라이브 링크 전송하였는가? Did I send out the live link? And then there's steps that you have to take for each. Has anyone read it yet? I am reading it for the first time today. Yeah, good, right? Yes. There's even a green screen in the manual that is applied here in front of the green screen. 그렇죠? 네, 정말 열심히 합니다, 우리 모두 다. 그래서 let me just finish reading this. 좀 읽어볼게요. 그리고 네, yeah, it was a very simple 10-page manual for all the teachers. 이거 네, 아무튼 let's say this is a kind of proposal that you need to submit to your boss, or this is an expense report. 오늘 라이브 수업하는데 전기료 30원, 그리고 물 10원, 커피 100원 있어요. And then they have to approve it. They have to stamp for approval, right? That's 결제. This. So the kind of paper folder, like paper holder, or this is usually in fake leather or plastic. You put it in that kind of folder that also has 결제 written on it, like always has 결제를 바랍니다. These are some image search results. You see 결제를 바랍니다. They sell these. 결제를 바랍니다. You will never forget the spelling difference by looking at several images. 결제를 바랍니다. Like that. Yeah, there's a little proposal in there. 결제를 바랍니다. If you want to buy one of these and if it says the other 결제, don't buy it. It's a spelling error. Like that. Oh, this is the inside. Right? Okay, let's go back to this. So, 결제, transaction, payment. 결제 is approval. Final check. And this 결제, the final check from the boss or the ultimate boss, is often used in colloquial situations as 컨펌. So right before you do something, you have to 컨펌을 받아야 돼요. 컨펌 받았어? 부장님 컨펌 받았어? Like that. Okay, so let's see what's happening in the chat. 네, 매뉴얼 전에 봤어요. 오늘 처음 자세하게 읽었는데 석진 선생님의 사진이 있는 줄을 몰랐어요. I didn't know you had a picture here. You know. These days I heard among Korean guys, I heard this is kind of 유행 in fashion. Like your KakaoTalk profile should not be your selfie, like a in-your-face selfie. It has to be a picture of you looking somewhere else, and you should be working, and somebody should take a picture of you. 그냥 다른 데 보고 있고 다른 사람이 찍어준 사진이 유행이라고 하더라고요. This is a great example. You're working, a professional, looking not at the camera but somewhere else. And 네, 열심히 하고 있죠. 네, 그래서 컨펌 받는 거고, 석진, you know, the name 석진 became popular thanks to BTS, and our own 석진 선생님's last name is even Jin. And you know, Jin is another member of BTS, so his English name is Seokjin Jin. And some people who don't know about Seokjin, they think that Seokjin is using those popular two names and then combining them, but it's actually his real name, right? Yeah. So when you see Seokjin leaving comments like that, don't think that he's a troll or wanting attention. It's his name, right? Okay, yeah. Our own 석진 is a jin. 네, 그래요. 지금 많이 공부했고 마지막으로 한 단어 이야기하고 질문 받고 끝낼게요. 아, 운명이에요. 오케이. 좋아요. Yeah, it's a new theory. Jin equals 석진. At least in the Talk to Me in Korean cinema verse, so to speak. 내부적으로. So, again, back to business Korean, guys. 다시 비즈니스 한국어 이야기를 해보죠. This is the last word that I want to introduce. 내부적으로, internally. 내부적으로, internally. So, you're exchanging emails with your business correspondent, business partners from other companies, and then you have to say, let me discuss it internally with my coworkers, with my boss, and have a meeting, have a 회의, again, 회의, and then get back to you. 내부적으로 상의해보고 연락드리겠습니다. 내부적으로 확인해보고 말씀드리겠습니다. 내부적으로 의논해 보겠습니다. So 내부적으로, 내 is in or inside, 부 is part, 적 is often used to form adjectives or adverbs. 내부적. And 내부적으로 it means internally. 외부 is outside. Princess Love, thank you for the super chat comment. Hi Hyunwoo, I'm sorry I almost missed the class. I'll watch the saved version to catch up. Thank you so much. 감사합니다. 네, 녹화된 거 재미있게 봐주시고 공부도 재미있게 해주세요. 감사합니다. 내부적으로, internally. So 내부적으로 상의하다 is to discuss, 확인하다 is to check, 의논하다 is to discuss. So similar expressions. Let me discuss internally with my team and then 연락드리겠습니다. 연락드리다 is a formal honorific way to say to contact. So 연락드리겠습니다. I'll contact you. I'll let you know after I discuss internally. 내부적으로 확인해보고. I'm not sure who made the manual, but let me check internally who made this amazing, well-designed live class manual that is so simple, and let you know. 의논해 보겠습니다. Alright? Good. Okay, some questions. 지금 질문이 많이 나왔는데요. Josie says, holy moly, it has already been 50 minutes. Yes, time flies. 그리고 내부적으로 is only used for business. Usually, yes, it's a very formal sounding word. Can I introduce medical Korean? I don't know anything about medical Korean, but I recommend the drama 슬기로운 의사 생활 on Netflix. It's a popular Korean drama. You can see a lot of medical terms, medical expressions there. But if we can, we'll introduce some. 그리고 how to say time flies. 시간이 정말 빨리 가네요. 시간 정말 빨라요. Time is so fast. 시간 정말 빨라요. 시간 너무 빨라요. Time is too fast. 시간 너무 빠르죠? You're asking for agreement from the other person. 시간 너무 빠르죠? 미생 본 적 있으세요? 미생은 저는 아직 안 봤어요. I want to watch it, but I haven't had the chance. 그리고 필수, required. This is well, it can be in the business Korean category, but it is often used on online websites, like the required fields. 필수 항목, required field items. 오케이? 그리고 시간이 날아요라고 안 해요. We don't say 시간이 날아요 in Korean, right? 그리고 how can I say focus on your work? 일에 집중하세요 or 업무에 집중하세요. 일 is work, but 업무 is also a formal word, a more formal word for work. And okay. More questions. 시간이 물처럼 흐른다. It's a poetic expression. 네, 시간 정말 빨라요. 그리고 네, 오늘 okay, Rodrigo, I will 여유. I will talk about this word and 열정페이, this word, this expression. I'm picking these up from your comments and then wrap up. 마무리. 대놓고. Okay, so 4 expressions that I'll cover. 여유, 열정페이, 마무리, 대놓고. Let me be quick. So 여유 is no more questions, right? 여유 is room for more, okay? Room for more. So it can be you're packing your suitcase. I wish I could draw, but I don't know how to set this up. This is the tablet that Juyeon uses for showing off her artistic talents. But you have your suitcase and you put some stuff and then you see, oh, 여기 여유 있어요. 여유. I still have some room left. Okay? Or live classes. Live classes are not easy. You need a manual. And once you do live classes quite often, you can have your coffee and you can still be like relaxed and all that. 여유가 있어요. Even 1 minute before the class. 익숙해지면, if you're used to it, even live radio, live TV is not a big deal if you have 여유, like 마음의 여유. You have room for peace, right? So room for more space is 여유. If you have a lot of money, a lot of cash to spend, 여유가 있어요. You can say 여유. 여유 is such a versatile word. So 여유 있는 돈이 여유가 있어요. So that's 여유. I hope that was easy to understand. So if you see 여유 in a certain context, think of it as room for more or enough. All right. 열정페이, I don't know where this term was first used, but this is a very negative concept, or a concept that is viewed as very, very negative. 열정 is passion, pay is pay, like in English, paying people, so your wage. So I think this is used when people are talking about jobs that require people to work for free. 열정페이, like, do this work with passion alone without expecting any pay. So 열정페이, so you give pay를 주잖아요. You give monthly wages to people, but then you don't give anything. You just give them, hey, 열정, here's your passion. So it means exploiting people for free. 열정페이. Not good. So 열정페이를 요구하는 곳. It's a workplace that requires you that makes you work for free. Yeah, very bad, very bad. Don't work for places that ask or that give 열정 pay. 마무리 is to wrapping up. Okay, 마무리하다, to wrap up. So when we have kids, like play dates, we say, 이제 마무리하자. Let's wrap up. Put the toys in their places. Let's go home, or things like that. Time to go home. 마무리하다. And I have to say, 이제 마무리할 시간이에요. It's time to wrap up the live class. 마무리 is wrapping up. 마무리. It's used as a noun like that. 마무리하다. It's a verb. 대놓고, it's a little more complicated, but to put it simply, it's in your face. Because 대다, so 대다 can be many things. You say 차를 여기에 대세요. Put your car here means park your car here, like put it right here. 대다 is to put one object on the surface of another object. So you, for example, 이마에 손을 대요. Or 커피가 뜨거운지 차가운지 알고 싶어요. You want to know whether this is hot or cold. So 손가락을 대요. You put so the surface of one object touching the surface of another object. That's 대다. Okay? Thank you, 쌍별 for the super chat comment. 감사합니다. 좋은 하루 보내세요. Thank you, Josie, for the super chat comment. I will answer it soon. So 대다. 대놓고 means, think of it as 대다, and 놓다 is to leave it in that state. So 대놓고. For example, 대다 is you touch it for a brief period of time. But 대놓고, you're not going anywhere, like in your face, 대놓고. So you can say talk behind somebody's back, you're insulting somebody, you're teasing somebody. 대놓고 놀리다. Like tease somebody in their face, or 대놓고 자랑하다, to brag about it in their face. 대놓고, what else? Again, in your face, right? Did you understand it? In this 대놓고 or 대다, it doesn't mean big, but it's a coincidence. 대 usually means as a 한자 character, it can mean big. If anyone else is in the office, can you say hi to them for me? Josie's message. Also, thank you for the make your own Korean name on Instagram. Your 한소슬. Oh, yeah. If you go to our Instagram, you will see that we have a second account. 놀자. 놀자 is our second account where we experiment with lots of cool, fun ideas in word games. Yeah, 놀자. I don't run this channel. It's run by another person, my coworker. We have a 한글 or 한국어 이름 만들기 game, so you can try that out. 감사합니다. Everybody tried that, and I don't know if there's anybody in the office now. I'll say hi to them. 아무도 없으면, if there's nobody, there's a mirror. Yeah, I can say hi to myself. 네, 오늘 수업은 여기까지 할 거예요. 이제 마무리할 거예요. 그러면 이제 끝낼까요? Thank you. Business Korean is it can be daunting topic. It can be overwhelming for some people, but you guys chose to tune in, and I hope you learned a lot. 공부가 잘 됐으면 좋겠네요. 그리고 지금 Thank you for the comments and questions. 가지 마세요. 네, 안 가고 싶은데 you have to go. The manual says I have to. The manual doesn't say when I should finish. Yeah, shout out to 석진 for making this again, once again. 그러면 우리는 다음 주 월요일에 만날까요? 내일은 경은 선생님이 Talk to me in 100% Korean 채널에서 수업을 할 거예요. 한국어로 수업을 할 거고 I can of course speak more Korean if you want and yeah, I'm just basically trying my best to meet everybody's needs. 그러면 좋은 하루 보내세요. Good night if you're going to bed and have a good day if you're starting your day like I am. 그러면 다음 시간에 만나요. 감사합니다. Bye bye.